Hello, P5 students. This is Miss Claire, and welcome to our Math 5 class. In this video, you will learn the lessons for Chapter 3. It talks about decimals. These are the lessons for Chapter 3. We have Lesson A, the value of tenths. Lesson B, the value of hundredths. Lesson C, compose, decompose, and regroup decimals. And Lesson D, to round decimals to the nearest whole numbers. So in this video, you will learn the first two lessons, the lesson A and B. So are you ready, children? Come on, let's start. I have here a picture. Take a look. Elephants are so big. I wonder how tall they are. Elephants are the biggest animals on the land. They grow up to 3.2 meters tall. Their trunks can be as long as 2.15 meters long. Look at this trunk. How long can it stretch? So, what have you noticed on the numbers used to tell the tallness and the length of the trunk of the elephant? Where have you seen numbers like 3.2 and 12.15? These numbers, children, are what we call decimals. So, just stay tuned and I will going to discuss to you what are decimals. Okay, let's start with the value of tenths. Take a look here. Easy is measuring the width of a paper clip with a ruler. He says that the width of the paper clip is about 1 centimeter. Do you agree? Okay, take a look. So the length of the paper clip is 1 centimeter, is it? So what do you notice about the markings between 0 and 1 cm? Take a look. Yes, there are small markings between 0 and 1 centimeter. So during our class, please bring your own ruler. Okay, children? Okay, let's study about Wahid's rectangles. So Wahid draw a rectangle to represent one whole. He divided the rectangle into 10 equal parts. He colored the 4 parts like this. So this rectangle is divided into 10. The 4 parts are colored with gold. Now, one part of this one of the 10 children is what we call 1/10, right? We can write this as 0.1 or as a fraction 1/10. So if we have 2 parts that is colored, that is 2/10, we write that as a decimal as 0.2 or as a fraction 2/10. If 3 parts are colored, we call it 3/10 and we will write that as 0.3. Since these are 4 parts, so that is 4/10 and that is equal to 0.4. Then as a fraction 4/10 like this. So each part represents 1/10 or 0.1. You can also write 1/10 as 1/10 like this as a fraction. Okay, another. He drew another similar rectangle but he colored it the whole like this. So the one rectangle is colored full. So this one is, we say that this is one whole, right? So this is 1 means one whole plus 4/10. 4/10 just like earlier. 4 out of 10. So we say 1 4/10. So 1 is 1 plus 4/10 is 0.4. If we add them, that is equal to 1.4. Take note. Another. Let's have Henry's number chips. Henry uses a place value table and number chips to show the decimal. Take a look. So we have what we call the number disk. Earlier before, during our previous chapter, we use number disk. Now we can also call them chips. So ones, we have 1. And for the tens, we have 3 tens, right? 1, 2, 3. So we have 3, 0.1. It means there are 0.3. So each 0.1 or 1/10 chip has a value of 0.1. So if you have 10 0.1, that is equal to 1. So if you have 10 tenths, so that is already equal to 1. So this 3 here is called the 3/10. And this is equal to 0.3. So if this one is 9, that is equal to 0.9. Okay. Now, 1 and 3/10 is equal to 1. That is equal to 1.3. So that is equal to 1.3. This one. So 1, 3/10 is 1, and 0.3. So if we add them together, it's 1.3. So 1.3. Okay. Next, June's number lines. June draws a number line from 0 to 1. She makes equal markings between them. Each marking represents 1/10 or 0.1. Take a look. So we have our number line from 0 to 1 and divided into 10 equal parts. So every marking means 1/10. So there are how many markings here until this part? There are 4, right? 4, 0.1. So we have 0.1s 4 times. It means we have 4/10. This one. So there are 10/10 between 0 and 1. Now let's continue. Next, June draws number line from -1 to 1 on the left or 0. Do you remember before, children, that the number on the left side of 0 are negative numbers, right? Earlier, from 0 and going to the right is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4/10, right? 0.4, this part here. How about if we go to the left of the 0? We will start from here, so we will count this as negative. So negative 0.1, negative 0.2, and negative 0.3. Why negative 0.3, I mean? So why 0.1? Because from 0 to 1 there are 10 markings. So every marking, the counter here, when we count it by negative 0.1. This one, negative 0.1. So there are 3 negative 0.1 means this one here is negative 0.3 or negative 3/10. So starting from 0, we count back in 0.1 3 times. The red arrow points at 0.3, negative 0.3 or negative 0. Or negative 3/10. We can say this is negative 0.3 or negative 3/10. They are the same. The numbers to the left of 0 are negative. Count the markings from right to left. Okay. There are 10/10 between -1 and 0, right? From 0 going here, there are 10/10. We have 10/10. 10/10 means 0.1. 10/10. So 10/10. So if we are going to count, there are 10. So that is already equal to -1. Okay. Now let's go to the value of hundredths. Take a look. Look at this child. He is looking into his ruler. Now, what do you notice about the markings between 0 centimeters and 100 centimeters? What does each marking represent in centimeters and in meters? How you will read the length of the table in meters? So this is 0 to 1 cm. How about if we reach until 100? So what does the marking of the small markings between 0.1, 0.1 to 2 until 100? Okay, let's discuss this later on. Okay, we have Radha's squares. Radha drew a square to represent one whole. Take a look. She divided the square into 100 parts and she colored only the 3 parts. So this is equal to 100 equal parts. So the one square here, this one, we call it 100. We will say that is 1 out of 100. Or we can write that as 0.01. If we have 2 parts already, that is 2 hundredths or 0.02 means 2 out of 100. If we have the third one, the 3, that is called 3 hundredths or 3 out of 100 and written as 0.03 as decimal. So each square represents 100th or 0.01. You can also write that as 100th or 1 out of 100 as a fraction. Okay. Radha drew another similar square and she colored a whole square like this. So this is already one whole. This is actually 100 out of 100. If you remember before our lesson about fraction, one whole, that is 1 out of 100 or equal to 1. And this part is 3 parts out of 100, right? So that is 3 hundredths. Now, 1 or 1 whole plus 3 hundredths is equal to 3 hundredths. 1 plus 0.03 is equal to 1.03. Now, let's study about Gia Wen's number chips. Gia Wen uses a place value table and number chips to show decimals. Take a look. In her place value table, we have ones, tenths, and hundredths. Take a look, children, the difference. This one is ones, this is only 1. For the tenths, we have 4. For the hundredths, we have 3. So each 0.01 or 100 chip has a value of 0.01. So if you have a 0.01 or 10 hundredths, that is equal to 1 tenth. Remember, if you have 10 hundredths, that is equal to 1 tenth. Okay. These 3 here means 3 hundredths, and that is 0.03. So we have 1 because we have only 1 here. We have 4 tenths, this is tenths, and we have 3 hundredths. So we have 1 plus 0.4 plus 0.3. So if we add them together, that is 1.43. Okay. Now let's have Leon's number lines. Leon draws a number line from 0 to 0.1. He makes equal markings between the numbers. Each marking represents 100th or 0.01. Take a look. So from 0, take a look first. From 0 to 0.01, right? There are 10 small markings. Every marking here means 100th. Again, 100th because this is 1/10. So from 0 to 1/10, the spaces between them are hundreds. So we have 100ths, 200ths, and 300ths. So starting from 0, we count on in 0.01 3 times. The red arrow here points at 0.03. 0.03 is the same as 300ths. They are the same value, 300ths or 0.03. Now, so we write hundreds to the right of the decimal point. What if we are going to count from the 0 to the left of the number line, like this? So, this is our number. So, from here, children, this is 0 here, 0. Going to the left, again, that is a negative numbers. Those numbers on the left side of the number line are what we call negative numbers. So if we count going to the left, that is negative 0.01. Since from 0 to here, there are 10 small markings. This is negative 0.1. So every marking here, we count as negative 0.01, negative 0.02. So this is negative 0.02 or negative 200ths. So starting from 0, we count back in 0.01s twice. The red arrow here points at negative 0.02. So again, negative 0.02 or to negative 200, they have the same value. So children, that's how to count on and count back in number line using decimal, going to the right and going to the left of the number line. So there are 10 hundredths. Remember also that there are 10 hundredths between 0.1 here and 0. Okay, I have here James' number chips. Please count how many ones, how many tenths, and how many hundredths, and find the total number of chips. Write your answer in a decimal form, just like the one that I showed you earlier. Okay, children, so share your answer during our class. Okay, P5, that's all about the lesson A for chapter 3, the value of tenths, and the lesson B, the value of hundredths. And during our class, we will discuss more about this lesson. Thank you for watching, children, and I hope that you learned a lot in this video. Always remember to stay safe and healthy. God bless everyone, and have a great day.